Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know. Closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.
Oh, I think I hit all the buttons. I don't know if you could hear me giggle at the very beginning. My screen went funny. It did stuff. I don't know. I was trying to record last night, like after the last Wednesday show, that hypnotherapy that I said I would be doing, and I had to click on a different button, and I didn't realize when I started this show that I was still all on the settings for doing a private recording. It's all good. David's giving me a thumbs up. Thanks, honey. Good evening, my friend. Yes, I'm feeling better. You know, it was interesting because, like, Saturday morning I pulled a card and it said self-care. Hey, Larissa, busy lady. I'm so glad that you joined me tonight. Yeah, so I pulled up a card on Saturday because every time I get ready in the morning, if I feel led, so it's not every time, but I will look and see what card is on my table, and then I decide, if I feel like I need to pull a different card or if I'm still working on the messaging from the previous card. And so I had pulled a new card and it had said self-care. And I thought, oh gosh, well that's good because it's Saturday and tomorrow's Sunday and Monday, the following day, that are days that I don't work. So I was looking forward to it, but little did I know I was going to be needing an extra day. And I just love how the cards talk to us. Aw, thanks, B. Takes one to know one, right? So it was just a mental day yesterday. There's days when you just can't seem to find enough strength to go in. I know I'm processing a lot. I'm processing the loss of friendship. I'm processing a displacement in the community. I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to navigate a new future and what it looks like, yet I'm still kind of very much engaged in my past identity because it's the store. And so there's a lot of emotions going on. I'll be telling myself things and reminding myself like, hey, your timing isn't, always spirit's timing and not to be so hard on myself about when I expect things to get done, or, just setting myself up for certain goals and not achieving them. We need to learn how to live in grace and to give ourselves some space to be okay when we're not exactly doing everything the way we expect ourselves to perform. So I share with you because I know for some people, they might be looking in and going, Claudette's got it all together and she's got it figured out, and she's always, I'm just like the rest of you. There's layers of my onion when I peel. You're going along and everything's good, and you've had I said to David, actually, I said, when is my happy, amazing things, when is that time coming back? Because I've been missing it. And he just kind of smiled at me because he knows it's just been really, really walking through mud this last 2-3 months. So this show is I just want to be a little raw with you and just to let you know that you're not alone. Everybody struggles, and everybody has things that they're not sharing or talking about. And we just need to be a little bit tender with everyone, right? Because they may not tell you what's going on, but they could be battling something. And I have a really good example of that. So on Saturday, or no, it was Thursday, because it was bingo. And a lady came up to the counter. Every time I see her, she's one of these women who just seems to have everything, just right. Her makeup's always on point, and she's just a lovely, lovely, mature woman. Someone that I would look at and think, gosh, I hope I'll present myself that way when I'm her age. And something just said to give her an extra little message of, there's nothing too difficult for you to handle. I had these little random messages that I was handing out that day. So at first I wasn't going to do it because I just felt, she's just here for bingo cards, but Spirit was really pushing me and saying, no, give her a card, give her one of these messages. So I did. She read it and she immediately burst into tears. So for anyone that's been into my store, it's like that all the time, right? Spirit gives us messages and we deliver. So when you come into the store, I'm taking a temperature of your energy. I'm feeling you. I'm seeing, does she or he want me to interact with them? And I'm also checking in with my team and I'm saying, you just let me know when I should greet them, or I'll get all these little nudgings. So this was just one of those moments where I had a nudge and I followed it. And it was just a moment where she needed a little encouragement, a hug. And I'm not invested in her. I don't know her friends. I don't know her family. I'm a perfect stranger to her. I'm just the lady who sells her bingo tickets on Thursday. And sometimes that's just the exact person. It's sometimes the most powerful message because that person has no skin in the game. They genuinely are just sitting there and standing in your moment, acknowledging you, saying, I see you. And so in that moment, I said, do you need a hug? And and I could see she was internalizing, I'm a tough woman. This is so ridiculous. But then she shyly said yes. And it was just an amazing moment. There's so many like that. And those are things that I'm going to truly miss when I leave the store. But I know my time has come to exit stage, and I've got some other endeavors. Hi, Blake. Welcome. You are love. Oh, B. Yeah, we need to be more gentle with ourselves, right? Because I know that I sure don't always feel like that. For the most part, I'm pretty optimistic, but yeah, I was having a tender day on Tuesday. And just to wrap up that story, well, she came in today and it was like, now she's got this anchor point to help her navigate something that's difficult for her. And she was just like filling me in a little bit. You know, she only stayed for maybe 5-10 minutes at most, you know, but it was just beautiful to see that she felt safe enough to share and to talk, and it's like I'm not so alone, right? So I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, but I just thought I would drop that in there and let everybody know I'm okay, I'm well. I just have a lot of things that I'm working through. I've got to layer my onion pretty raw right now, and I feel like I'm doing quite well with like looking at it and working through that. I know this is all part of my journey to be a better leader. I need to be more aggressive and more hard with my boundaries, and to know that that's okay to be like that. We're brought up, often young women are brought up to be quiet and accommodating and don't rock the boat, and that is the best, you know, mannered woman. That's what you're achieving for, right? At least that was for me. Like I know this sounds so backwards when I say it out loud, but my greatest desire was to be the best wife and mother possible. And that meant, you know, when I was speaking with my husband, I'm constantly taking his temperature in a sense and seeing what does he need from me and trying to see it ahead of time, and always knowing that he was my utmost importance every day getting up. And there is something about having a life of service, but you also know, I'm coming to learn that, I just need to have a stronger voice, and I'm going into it. It's layer by layer as I'm able to. Did you guys, like, the weather's crazy, by the way. And I bet that you are a great mom. I'd like to think I am, Blake. I gave it my 100,000,000% to be the best version, you know, and I had a real blessing where I had a child after a really long break where I didn't expect to have my little Ben. And it gave me an opportunity to really, I thought in my mind, as much as I was freaking the fuck out that I was going to have another child because I had put so much work into the first two, I thought, I don't think I got it in me to do this all over again. Like parent teachers, you know, cookie sales, like birthday parties. Like I thought, oh my God, I had two. I had a boy and a girl. I was thinking, I've given my husband his 2 children. Please, what is going on? I don't think I can want to do this all over again. And I've got funny stories. Like I walked into Zellers and I had to start shopping for, like, you know, a car seat. And I was probably like 8 months pregnant. I was very far along. And I was just so frustrated and pushing back because I thought, you know, maybe if I don't have the furniture or the things I need for a baby, then I'm not pregnant. I don't know what my brain was trying to tell me in that moment. I'm on YouTube now and I can't see the Facebook messages. Oh, shoot, B, thank you. You'll see them now. Ding, ding, ding. And there's something about that. Let me see if I go here. The size. What if we go big? And the font, we go big. Oh, I feel like you guys are all excited about this. I don't know what the comments are, but this, I know it looks like winter out there. So yes, I got a second chance to raise kids, right? I had Ben, and I thought, I want to do better. I know I could have done better. And that's actually what brought me here today, you know, was just, I just really dug deep and started to look over my life and some of the qualities that were not so beautiful that I wanted to address. And I went and got help. That's actually how I discovered hypnotherapy, because the way my life is, it's very mystical in some ways. And I had a dream, and I just like this vision, and it said the Book of Hypnotherapy. Boom, a big leather tome. And that's what led me to discover the world of hypnotherapy and help me be a better person. So I am all over the place. My goodness. I think I tidied up that story up. Yeah. So we were talking about the weather. So David said that he nearly got in an accident going to work tonight. He's working night shift. And he said it was raining, ice rain out there. Crazy. And then of course Ben says, "Hey Bob, can I go riding with my friend?" I'm like, Ben, of all days you get invited to go out driving around in a car, it has to be on a night when the roads are icy. Excuse me, that's what I did, the life of being a mom, right? So I probably would have said no to the first two kids, but I gotta let him live his life, and I gotta let him learn his lessons. So we let him go with caution and said, tonight's probably not the greatest night to be out driving around with your friends, but if that's what you want to do, be safe. And that's how you gotta go, right? You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. That's how they learn how to make choices and decisions on their own. Okay, so I feel like I lost all my comments. I'm on, okay, so B, I hope that fixed everything for you. And Blake, is it snowing? Like, I can't see. I'm in a completely, like, their windowless room here, so I'm not sure. It's gonna, like, it was -2 when I checked the temperature, start at 7 o'clock. And then it says it's just gonna, like, it's actually gonna warm up to 0. Gosh, my throat is so dry, guys. Let me just... It's going to be a real surprise from now until spring. Every time I step out of this studio room and go to the front where all the windows are and see what I am walking out into. Thank goodness David replaced my batteries for my remote start. Aren't I a little princess? I don't even care. I love my remote start. So I was like, David, please get that fixed before it gets really cold. So today's a little different, this show, because it only happens on the 1st of every month, the first Wednesday show of each month, where we review the zodiac signs for everyone. So everyone mostly that's been following the show, they get very excited about today, because we're going to read all about our good days and our days where we might want to just call a mental health day and stay home that day, kind of like what I did on Tuesday. Gosh, it's crazy. I feel like something very odd that I'm so thirsty. But I know that, let's hope I'm not getting sick, because I did feel a little bit like I could be getting sick. You know how you get that weird kind of gland feeling where it just, there's even like a taste or something. And I was like, oh boy, this is not good. I can't get sick. So anyway, I feel great today. So let's just go with it. I'll have a good sleep tonight. Well, what did we call the show today? And let me flip it. I've got the camera ready. We're going to add to stage, and we're going to pick this one because it makes a nice bigger screen for everyone. This show is called Embrace Self-Compassion. I love that. Embrace. It's definitely been what I've had to do over the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure it's been more. I've been really learning about that on a real personal level. Being gentle with myself. And I think a lot of us could use that reminder. Don't you agree? I'm looking forward to reading what it means. But I just posted in the chat room for anyone who's interested to learn more about the Dream Song Oracle deck. This is a deck we use for every show. I'll take a card out of here, and that determines the title of the show. I don't know, call me, I just like to do things different, and this came to me. Spirit said we're going to do that, and I was so excited because ANGI SULLINS, who wrote all of the poetry for this deck, said, yes, Claudette, you can use it. I just ask that you put a link in the show notes for every show and in the chat, letting people know where they could get the deck. So that's what I've just put into the comments there for anyone. You can click on it. Anything that I use or I refer to after the show, I stay a little later. And I make sure I go on YouTube in the show notes area of the show, and I will put all of the links in there. So if you are looking for this deck, I'll put the link on Amazon for this deck. I can order you a deck as well if that's something you would like to do. So I'm getting the book out so I can look at the picture along with you. This one is just really, it spoke to me because I do feel, like I said, a little raw still on the emotions and everything. And I look at her and she's embracing this stag, which is interesting because I had a stag symbol came up for me recently, and she's embracing it. And it looks a little rough, you know, even though its hair is all beautifully patterned with like floral print in the hair. I feel like this is us. This is the inside of us, the stag, if I were to look at this interpret, and we're giving it a hug of love. What I would like to think is when I see all of those flowers and those blooms on the hair, this is all of the possibilities that could bloom forth if we would only give ourselves love, compassion, and courage. I think a lot of us are allowing other people in our lives to dictate whether or not we should do something. Like, we take the temperature out there, and I just think, yes, it's good to talk to a mentor or something. I'm not saying that, but I think that we look for external validation too much. We think about what other people are thinking of us, and we will change how we act because we're worried about how people are going to react. And think about, this is kind of sad, are there things that you didn't pursue in your life because you were worried about what other people would say or think? I would like to really push you. If that is something that you are experiencing right now, you're silencing a longing inside of you because you're worried about what other people are going to think if you pursue this longing, I think you're letting yourself down. You should be your biggest cheerleader. And if your soul, your heart is communicating something to you like, I really want to do this, no matter what people are saying on the outside, it shouldn't matter because you are living your life. They're not living your life. You're the person who's living with all of those thoughts inside of your head, all of the aches and the wants in your soul. And the more that you dishonor yourself by ignoring those callings because you're worried about what other people are going to think, that is how you lose yourself. That's how you're like, I don't even know what my purpose is. It's because you've been silencing yourself. Spirit, your guides, they talk to you through those feelings, those prompts. That's your inner compass showing you a direction. You know, I can't help but go, like, this really hit me hard. it often does. There's this conversation I had with this woman very early on when I first opened my store, and she was considered someone that people looked up to in the community, in the spiritual community. I didn't know her very well, but of course I was giving her the respect and the space, to communicate to me her thoughts and ideas. I was quickly seeing that we weren't on the same level, and that's okay. There isn't a right or wrong. I just understood that we weren't of the same ilk, as they say. But anyway, she said, like, who do you think you are? What makes you so special? And the old me in that moment, up to now this very raw onion today, I realize how much power she had telling me that statement. Like that poison just washed all over me and stuck with me until like very recently. And I'm thinking, how can a spiritual person who is there, supposed to be there to help people become better versions of themselves, you're there to elevate them and inspire people, and to say to someone, like, what makes you so special? Because I had shared with her something I wanted to do, like one of my future plans, my longings, because I thought it was a safe place. I'm thinking, hey, love and light, this is a wonderful community of people. And what I got back was so like mean, and she probably doesn't even realize how it came across. But to make a statement like that to someone shows me just how little work that person has done. Because recently I took it to another level when I was doing some research, and someone really hit it on the nail, and then it brought that conversation right back to me. And it was, we are fucking special. Every single one of you is so special. You're different. You're super special. I mean, look at the quilting you do. You take time to say, hey, Claudette, good morning, or how are you? There are things about you that are unique to you and make you so special. Fudge, you're driving a salt truck and honking your horn at me in the morning. You're special. Those little things that you do are unique to you. And I am so tired of people like pouring like a wet, ugly message like that, like poisonous water on a flower that's just bloomed, right? So Blake, everyone watching this show, Janice, Cheryl, I'm just going to pull names, Natasha, Brittany, you are fucking special. And don't forget it. Stand tall. You are as unique as every snowflake. Yes, Blake, there's only one of you in the world, and I adore you, Blake. I love your personality, and I could do that for every single one of you. You are all bringing something extremely unique to the world, and you're here for great purpose. Do you think that the cosmic web that birthed us, like the beginning, the 0 point, the God energy, made a fucking mistake and birthed you and doesn't care about you? Everybody is so special. And I want you, if you take one takeaway today, remember this. I want you to go live your life and do the things that your heart is longing. Like if you feel that little, like, I should do this, do it. You have no idea what other door is going to open. Maybe you're going to help somebody. Just like me when I was standing at the counter that day for selling bingo cards to the bingo girl. And then I feel like, no, I don't want to give her one of those messages. And then I hear this, no, you give her that message. And here, she needed that. You don't know what people need. We've got all this inner story happening inside of us, and it is not for us to judge others. I just really want you to know how very special you all are, and you are unique. Every single one of you could start a podcast, and it would all be unique and different. And I bet you I would love them all because I'd be laughing along with each of your unique personalities and your takes on things, right? So, yeah, let's read what the card means because I can't believe all this stuff that's coming out for me. But yeah, I want you all to know you're so special. Everybody is special. So we're going to read it. So this is card number 42. Embrace self-compassion. All beings deserve compassion. Why would your dear self be any different? Compassion is praised in our culture, but self-compassion is seen as indulgent and weak. This moment calls you into acts of loving kindness towards you. By you. It makes me think about what we were talking about. Aw, I love you too, B. Remember we were talking briefly about the mirror work a few shows ago and looking in the mirror, and I'm just really swirling because they wanted me to talk about this again and remind you all. I haven't done a lot of it. I did do a little bit, but I want you all to remember and keep working at it. I want you to go to that mirror and look at yourself. Really be there, like really up close. Stare at all of those things that you normally, when you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I don't like that about myself. Oh, I don't like this about myself. And look at that. Instead, I beg you, look at yourself and say, I love you. Oh, I love you. Do you know how good you're doing? And I'm so proud of you. You know, you could have said something in that moment and you didn't. I can see you're growing. You're having more empathy for others. Whatever that conversation needs to look out, I want you to keep working at that. It doesn't end with a couple of takes at the mirror because I still feel awkward when I look at the mirror. I still look at that mirror when I get up close and it's quiet and it's just me in the room and I'm staring. I'm thinking, this is so ridiculous. Can I look anywhere else but my face? So that's my onion to unpeel. And I'd love to encourage you to unpeel your own onion and really I'm giving you permission. Love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you're going to find out that you have so much more grace and space and room to love others. When we're not living our authentic life, being that unique, beautiful human being soul that we are destined and to be with all of these potentials, that's when we start getting close-minded. That's when we start getting irritated. That's why we can start looking at other people's flaws and we start fixating on other people because we're so fucking unhappy inside. So today's show is about loving yourself and really owning your uniqueness, because your uniqueness as well gives a voice to other people to be unique. They'll be looking at you and going, well, fuck, if she can wear that hat, I should be able to wear my scarf that I left in the closet because I was worried what Judy would say. Do you know what I mean? Let's help everyone live more authentic lives. Human beings are hardwired for love and struggle. One of the best ways to practice resilience between the two is self-compassion. Put your arms around your inner self with all the gentleness you can muster. Consider this, everyone. You are the only one in the entire universe. You are the only you. You deserve to experience love from the inside out, independent of what the world offers or takes away. And that's really important there too. Again, We're allowing other people to validate our fucking worth. You are so precious. You are so loved. And the greatest grief and pain, I bet, for Creator is when he looks at his beautiful souls down there living this life, having this experience, and being so negative on ourselves and allowing other people to hurt us with their words. And why is it that we let those negative words set in the way they do? You know, I was driving to work the other day, and that seems to be when I get a lot of thinking. But it hit me because I've been doing a lot of work about this. And I was replaying something negative that I'd heard directed to me. And I realized, whoa, stop right there. I was replaying that in my brain. And I was sitting on it. I was thinking about it. And that's my thought as I'm almost at work. And I thought, thank God the light's starting to go off for me. Like I'm starting to get that onion peel looking better. Because I stopped. I said, whoa, stop it. And I recognized that was the loop that I was starting to place into my brain. I was going to start to imprint with that loop, with that negative programming, and I was accepting it. So instead I said, no, this isn't part of my identity. This isn't part of how I think of myself. And I turned it around into something that was very truthful to me and beautiful. And it was profound. So I feel like if I can give you another nugget, there's a lot this week here, but you know, turn those frowns upside down. Anytime that you feel like you're being negative towards yourself, stop it. Stop that recording in your mind. Be aware of it and say it. No, I'm not thinking like that anymore. That is not doing you any good. That is the kind of stuff that grows cancer in your body. That's the kind of stuff that makes your blood pressure go up and makes you start to energetically attract shitty things in your life. So stop it. Start embracing love and start looking at yourself in the mirror and just loving yourself. It's not being ego-driven to love yourself. You're filling your cup so you can fill other people's cups. Nothing can change your inherent value. It is the golden heart of mythic lore. Treasure it with kind thoughts. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. I love that. I feel like people needed to hear that. Love yourself so you can love others. Listen to the longings inside of your heart. They're there because that is part of your sacred purpose. Some of the things that you gave yourself as possible achievements you would make in this lifetime. I want you to chase them. I want you to be unapologetic about it in the sense that you don't need to explain yourself. You do not need to explain why you're doing something. Just do it. And let me give you another little nugget. Stop sharing it with everyone. That is probably one of the biggest ways to take the air right out of something that was divinely given to you. The reason why it might not sound so great to somebody else is because it's not their divine purpose. It wasn't their path to walk. So they're going to just rain like ugly acidic water on that flower that you just let poke out of the ground and say, what do you think? I kind of like this flower. I think I might go and pursue this. Don't talk about it with anyone. Do it. Do it. All on your own. It's going to grow your inner core, your root into being who you are, more grounded into who you are. And you're going to start to learn and depend on yourself. It's good to have community, but it's community is not meant to be there as like it's not you know, like how they say, like that relationship with an addict and a drinker, like a drinker and his family, and how sometimes that's a really tough cycle because everybody kind of learns their dance and their part in it, and no one's getting any healthier. This is one of those things, I feel like, for a lot of you, and that's kind of mind-blowing just to say out loud, is maybe this is a codependency kind of relationship that you've created, and I think you should live bravely. Okay, where are we at? 8:11. I guess we better go in. So I'm going to change, just a second. I'm going to I guess you guys can see me do this. Oh, I forgot, guys. So this stone here is rhyolite. And I wanted to just, something said to bring this out. And when I read what it was, like what its attributes are and what it can do for you, it's so fitting with what we were just discussing. This gives you the endurance and the strength to pursue the things that are most important to you, your individual path. It's your self-worth, it's your self-esteem. It helps you be stronger living an independent life, chasing your dreams. So yeah, rhyolite. And it oddly feels quite light, like it almost has like a jet property to it. You know, I haven't spent much time with rhyolite, and I kind of like it. It has a like a similar feeling as calcite, like very gentle. Aw, I think a lot of you would enjoy having this rhyolite in your life. So I'm gonna just leave that little nugget with you. And I'm moving things around because we won't have time to do cards for everyone this week. So what I did is the same as what I did last week, where you're going to get to pick your own card from 3 cards that I've laid out. So I'm just moving Dream Song information over to here so it's not gonna... Okay, so I prepared a tray. I'm bringing it over. And I hope that it's going to work for the screen. Almost. Let's see. Let's see if I can move. Okay. What do you guys think? Good enough? I feel like you can see all 3 on the tray. I just love this tray, how it's got this crosshair in the middle. Anyway, you can pick, there's a pink arrow there, the red arrow here, or the blue arrow. So I'm going to leave these here for you while we read the zodiac signs. Oh, Garrett, thanks for the reading. Well, you're welcome, Garrett. I'm not sure when I gave you one, but what we're talking about is pretty deep, so you're welcome, and I'm glad that you joined us because everything has divine purpose, right? All of the moments and the times that we decide to see something or something catches our attention, it's meant to be. It's meant for you to hear that. So I'm going to leave them there, and you can look at them and feel them and decide which card will be the card you pick. And we're going to read those after our astrology. 222. Garrett, where did you see the 222? This is so crazy. I had a customer today, and her points were 222. And I have a special store code, and I'm using the numbers 2 as well. 2 is really important right now. You're right into the vibe and the soup. Okay. So, we're going to go into our astrology signs. Here we go. This is what we use. We use the Llewellyn astrological calendar. I'm going to have to get another one here soon. And this is what the page looks like. Isn't this just stunning? So this is November's. So there we go. Are we all ready? There's going to be a lot of chatting and talking here as I read all of the signs. So I got to make sure that I'm moving my keyboard. And so I can put this in front of me. All right, guys. Red coat last Saturday. Red coat last Saturday. Sorry, Garrett. It might come to me. I don't quite remember, but I do feel like... Yeah, I'm sorry. You're putting me on the spot. I'm live here. All right. I'm sure if I saw you, Garrett, I would remember. November. Scorpio. Well, that's weird because I'm a Sagittarius, but I guess it's because, like, I'm at the end of November, so they consider November Scorpio. See, I find astrology very, like, confusing. I'm sure it makes sense. I just don't have, like, the brain capacity for that because I got so much other stuff that I'm juggling. I am here. You're a Pisces. Should I just stop gabbing and let's get to it? All right. Good to have you, Kathy. And I heard you got home safe, so I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's go. So for the month of November, these are the predictions. Aries, we're going to start with you. Aries, there's a spotlight on forging deeper connections. As the month unfolds, you'll feel a shift from feeling introspective to gaining a thirst for adventure. So get ready to explore and expand your horizons. Bold moves and new experiences are calling you. Oh, that sounds exciting. It sounds like you've maybe been a little bit quiet and a little bit like just doing your thing. I've been calling it almost like nesting. So here we go. You've got some great days coming up in November, the 11th and the 12th. Those will be your like, boom, let's get those airline tickets and we're going. Yes, I'm going to have that surprise party for Cheryl this year. This is the year she's going to get that birthday party. So your demanding days are towards the end of the month, the 23rd and the 24th. So just keep those in mind. Those will be the days where you're feeling just a little bit possibly overwhelmed, I think. When we do big changes in our life, there often are these moments where we're just like, what the fuck did I just do? Oh my God, is this the right choice? So I want to let you know, Aries, don't get too deep into that soup. It's just negative chatter. Okay. Taurus, this is the next sign for Taurus. Love and relationships may become more intense as passions deepen. You'll be encouraged to look beyond the surface and maybe even redefine what you value most. Oh boy, Taurus. Embrace depth, but remain your grounded self amid the whirlwind of emotions. Isn't that the truth? Like, especially when you're dealing with love and passion, sometimes when we see someone and it really seems to be going well, like you click, you're talking a lot, you have a lot of the same likes and opinions about life, you can sometimes miss some of the red flags, or you're embracing the surface. So what they're asking you to do, Taurus, it sounds like you could have a good love connection, but I really want you to just take time and make sure that the person you're having that love connection with definitely has Garrett. I totally know who you are now. Sorry to interrupt. I feel terrible, Garrett. I do remember you. So here we go. We're back. But Gemini, okay, Taurus. Yes. So Taurus, what I really want you to focus on and think about is the relationships in the past and what is it that you wish you would have dug deeper and investigated and looked at? There's some things for you, like, let me say this, like you could have a perfect dinner with someone and excited about the next date, and next thing you know, it's a couple months later, now you're getting really invested in each other, right? You feel like there's something to lose here, because there's so many great things about this person, and you're already starting to make memories. I want to like really encourage you to think about, what are your deal breakers, Taurus? Because those are super important to you, and it's important for you to like have those moments of just deeper retrospect and know that you're not going to lose out on everything. It might not be that this is the right person for you, and it's better to move on quickly than stay there and waste time. So Taurus, that is my thing for you. Like, think about this. Do you want to have children? Now, if that's a hard no for you, Taurus, that's something really important to have a conversation about pretty early in the relationship. You know, I heard something really interesting about relationships. The moment that you and that other person have intimacy, there is an energetic connection. Yes, there is, of course. But what I'm saying is, it's like a cord is formed. Every one night stand we've had, there's a cord. We're energetically linked to that person. And unless you purposefully are severing those cords, which most of us probably weren't. I mean, we've all been young and we've all done things. You need to be aware that you're energetically linked to that person. And the weird thing is I can give you an example of that. Say you hooked up with someone. I don't know what you call it now, but say you hooked up with someone and then maybe 2 days later, all of a sudden, it's like, fuck, I just saw them at the coffee shop, or now they're somewhere else that you go. It's because you're linked. And that is a really intense kind of concept to think about, that you're linking your soul's energy with somebody else's soul energy. So I just want to encourage everyone to have a little more discernment and a little bit more thinking about, is this someone that I want to share my energy with, on a really deep level? Because that's probably one of the deepest ways to share energy with. Taurus, your great days are the 13th and the 14th. And your demanding days are the 25th, 26th, and 27th. All right, I better move on. Gemini, your words carry weight, but they might get tangled this month. Be sure to express yourself clearly while tying up loose ends. Then, when the pace slows as Mercury goes retrograde, you'll get the chance to rethink and refine grand plans. Keep your wit sharp and your mind open. Sounds like you've got a lot of passion building up. You've got some projects that you're working on. And it's just going to be really important for you to be clear with your communication. Hi, Sky Leanne. Welcome to our group. We're just reading everybody's sun signs for November, and we'll be telling you the good days and the days where it might be a little challenging for you. If we've already talked about your sign, then just have another listen and you'll be able to discover what your predictions are. Okay, so yeah. Your favorable days, Gemini, are the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. It sounds like you're also going to be ending projects. So I just want you, I'm really getting nudged to say, be cognizant and make mention of the people that helped you tie up those loose ends. The people that contributed to your project. Okay? And your demanding days, well, you've already had one on the 1st. I hope everything is good. And the 28th and the 29th. So those might be days where you're going to feel a little impulsive and a little bit more like a boss and not like a friend. And you're being asked to maybe just think a little bit more, have a little more empathy for those around you, and giving them notice that they've worked hard as well for you. Okay? Cancer. You may feel emotionally supercharged as you dive deeper into personal connections. As Mercury's energy shifts, expect to revisit conversations and gain a clearer understanding of your feelings. It's a powerful time for healing, and embrace the journey inward. Well, Cancer, you sound like me. It sounds like you're doing a lot of onion peeling right now, working on a raw onion. So, but it sounds really good that you have an opportunity to, you know, get on top of something like emotionally that you've been really struggling with. So maybe it was the message that you got today. Keep working with it. It's not like you do it once and it's finished and now you've accomplished it. We're always seeing things from a different angle. It's kind of like that spiral, the sacred spiral. We keep turning back around and seeing the very same thing from a different viewpoint. We continually are doing that. That's like the sacred path, right? Until we reach the God source, creator. You're welcome, Brandon. Happy to do that for you. So, Cancer, you've got good days on the 18th and the 19th. And you've got some demanding days on, you've already had them, the 2nd and the 3rd, and one more to go on the 30th. So those will be days when maybe you're just going to feel like impulsively going back to old habits, or how you react to an emotion or a situation that you're uncomfortable with. Hey, here's your chance. Be aware and then take a deep breath and see if you can't become the magician of that situation and turn it around. Start showing that you're growing. Leo, as the sun illuminates hidden depths, you're called to embrace both the shadows and the light. Reflect on past triumphs and lessons. The stage is set for growth, pushing you into the spotlight of self-discovery. Shine bright, but remember, every star shares the sky. Oh, I like how that ends there. That's a beautiful saying. Every star shares the sky. That's beautiful. Leo, I really get the feeling that you are actually becoming more aware of your own beautiful gifts that you were given. Your soul came here with special attributes. And when I'm talking about gifts, I'm talking about clairaudience, clairsentience. I feel like you've been starting to get maybe a little bit more forceful, in your face experiences and moments where you're like, holy moly, that? So this is going to be a bit of a growing spot for you. If you are willing and wanting to explore, I get really the sense as well, dreaming is important. That time when we let our brain go to sleep so the subconscious can come out, then our ego is relaxed and we can really let our subconscious explore those areas and embrace it. Acknowledge it when it happens. The more we acknowledge, we're feeding into that energetic web of saying, hey, I saw that. Wow, that was incredible. And Spirit will start to give you more and more. I think that you're going to discover and start to really cultivate a gift that you've kind of known was there, but it's really becoming more obvious to you. Libra is Garrett. Gotcha. We haven't read Libra yet. So your good days, Leo, are the 20th, 21st, 22nd. And, well, your demanding days were yesterday and today. And my husband is a Leo, so he had a demanding day. He had a wife who said, I'm not going to work today. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he was there for me and he kind of took over and looked after everything I needed looking after. And then today he said on his way to work, he nearly got in an accident because the roads are so slick. So there you go. That could be all it is for demanding. Everything is just very individual. All right, we're moving on to Virgo and then it's Libra. So first of all, let's talk about Virgo. Prepare to clarify and review everything. During the early part of the month, your mind is sharp and you can get a lot of work accomplished. So once Mercury stations to go retrograde on the 9th, Double check the fine print because it's your chance to perfect plans and projects. Wowzers. So what I'm getting for you, Virgo, is you really need to look at the fine print of everything. I think that you might have, for a lot of you, you might have just jumped into something and with not a lot of reading the fine print, looking at how is the structure of this organization or this project? What is my role exactly? What will my responsibilities be? I'm really getting that for you. So Virgo, this is really important. It seems like it's going to be favorable for you to take a closer look and talk to the people that you need to talk to in order to get a real clear idea of what is my part in this project, or what does this title that you've given me that I'm so excited and I took without really understanding, what are my duties, that kind of thing. Okay, be really clear about what the expectations are for them and for you. I also get the sense almost like you're taking on the care of someone, like a minor, like a younger child, and you're very happy to do it because you're a person of service and you love helping people. But I just want you to be really clear on what their expectations are and your expectations so that it'll go a lot smoother for you, because they're going to know going in and they can prepare and you can prepare, because it is a little bit of give and take, right? So as well, so you've got good days on the 23rd and then the 24th. And then the days for you to look out for are the 6th and the 7th. So tomorrow and the day after. Those are the days where I just want you to take, again, just be more present and be aware. If someone signed you up for something, I want you to go and find out exactly what you've been signed up for. Okay. All right, Garrett, here we are. It's Libra time. Okay, connections deepen as you're steered into heartfelt conversations. Focus on clear communication to avoid misunderstandings. Reflect on your relationships and seek harmony and equilibrium. It's a period for thoughtful choices, so make sure your message matches your intentions. I really get this feeling like there isn't an equal give and take going on right now. Heart-wise, you're in the situation, you're completely invested in it, but we maybe didn't read the room and see if that is an equal give and take kind of heart exchange. So I just want to, leave you with that, Libra, just to be really careful and clear with your intentions on your relationships right now. There are some where you're thinking it's this, but I think if you asked, you'd be surprised by the response you get of what's really going on. So just looking for a little bit more clarification. And I think it's really important to be clear with your intentions are, okay? And so you've got really good days coming up, 3 of them, 25, the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th. And your demanding days are just about here, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Just don't be impulsive. These are going to be days where you're going to feel a little more and I don't mean this I just feel like it's almost like a desperate, impulsive, an opportunity presents itself for a friendship, and you jump in without really looking at the whole picture, the whole package, and really understanding what this could mean. And so those will be the days where you might be a little bit like, oh my gosh, I should have just I should have just taken a little bit more time with that. So Libra, that's my take with that. All right, here we go. Scorpio. As you begin your new solar year, Scorpio, you're feeling empowered. Dive into personal projects with gusto as the energy shifts mid-month. Be vigilant with your words and do your research before making decisions. Embrace this powerful time to transform goals into reality. Wow, Scorpio, this is your month, right? I'm really excited for you. To me, this message is just saying, like, you've got a lot of goals that you're going to achieve. You've had a list of things. They're going to happen this year for you, a lot of them. And I think that it's going to be really important. I think communication's a really big one for November. Clear, concise communication. Not just assuming the other person gets what you're saying. Do you know, like, okay, this is what I got. When you hear something, I want you to repeat it back to them. This is a really good communication exercise. And actually, you'll learn a lot when you do it. So say someone describes to you, Jeff came in the office and he put the coffee on and then he grabbed the heart mug that I always use and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you turn around and say, so I hear that, like, so yeah, he took your heart mug and you're upset over that. And it just, and then you're going to get confirmation. Well, maybe it's not that he's upset or attached to the heart mug. Maybe it's just that, he thinks that the heart mug is very special for somebody else. So we don't know all of the little intricacies in other people's thoughts and motives. This is so important, guys. Don't assume you know. Don't assume you know everything. You're going to be surprised by what you learn when you mirror back or let people know in the communication what you think you heard, and listen to what they say coming back. You've got favorable days already. The 1st for you was good, the 28th and the 29th, so right at the end of the month. And then your demanding days are the 11th and the 12th. So I think it's going to be really careful for you to be careful with your intentions. For manifestation, I feel like you're going to be bang on for manifesting, but you need to be really clear with your messaging, okay? Communication is super important for everyone this month. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. That's me. Let's see what it says. You're on the brink of an exhilarating cycle. Oh my God, Jeremy, don't we need this? It's a time to broaden your horizons and chase after learning opportunities. Oh, that's so what I want to do. I have all these courses I want to do. There's things I want to learn. There's things that I want to teach you guys. I've got some exciting projects in the works. Mid-month, communication could get tricky, so express yourself clearly. Adventure calls, so tie up loose ends to move forward with a clean slate. Well, I know what that means for me. Favorable days are the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 30th. It sounds like it's time to wrap things up. We're just about ready to start our new sun sign year. So bear that in mind. If there are things that need to be finished, ended, this is the time to really start applying yourself, Sagittarius, to tidy up those loose ends. You don't want to be carrying those into your new cycle. Because I feel it. I think that things are going to be very different for the next year. Things that had been stale and stagnant, or like you felt like you weren't moving, it's going to start moving at an accelerated pace. And so it'll be very important for you to not have these distractions of pulling you away from great opportunities. Time to wrap up. That's right, it is. Okay, so I think I said demanding days are the 13th and the 14th. That'll be when we have to be really careful with our words. Again, communication, communication. Let's move on to Capricorn. Your usual drive remains subdued as you're called to reflect on past efforts and ambitions. It's a valuable time for strategic planning and reassessment. Embrace a slower pace, and reflect on past achievements. Patience now will pave the way for future success. Well, it sounds like, Capricorn, that you're being asked to slow down. You need to slow down because you're pushing ahead too hard and too fast. And what you don't realize is that the direction that you're headed isn't exactly where you want to go. And when you get there and you finally look up and think, okay, I'm here, you're going to realize this isn't actually where I wanted to be. It's like you're in the tunnel and you're tunneling and working hard, and you pop up and you're like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't where I wanted to be. So that's what I'm getting from you, Capricorn, this month. I want you to really think and look at your onion. I want you to see what was motivating you in the past and what were the areas during those achievements where your heart actually wasn't singing. Even though you'd achieved something, you felt like wah, wah, wah almost. Like, what's next? That really doesn't fill my cup. I think for you, it's a great time for reflection and to really see what is it that you want. Your favorable days are the 4th and the 5th, so yesterday and today. And your demanding days coming up are the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. Okay. We've got 2 more signs to read, Aquarius and Pisces. So hang on and thank you for being patient. Aquarius. Innovation meets introspection. Embrace this creative pause to revisit your plans and refine your vision. Your ideas are potent, so take the time to polish them before presenting your brilliance to the world. It's all about perfecting your strategy and preparing for launch. Aquarius, I really feel like this is close to what I was talking about earlier, where I said we don't have to tell people about our plans. Sometimes we're so excited and we've got like all these great ideas. I think for you, it's really important that you just can keep your head down in the books, in your notes, in your planning, and don't look up. Just keep looking down, keep building, keep fleshing it out, keep fine-tuning those details, because lots of details are still coming to you. I want you to start thinking about when you go to sleep at night, envisioning what it's going to look like when you launch it, whatever this new place in your life will look like. Maybe it's a new home. Maybe I just feel like it's like a new, like a new endeavor. And what does it look like? What, like the physical space, the people, how do you want them to be treated in this new space? So this is you. So think about and envision it, because it's so powerful, using your mind before going to bed with that what you're building will look like. That's how I did the store. I would go to bed at night and just be focused, laser focused on what my next project was and what it would look like when it was all done. And I'm telling you, it works. Okay, so your good days are the 6th and the 7th. And so that's coming right up tomorrow and the day after. And your demanding days are the 18th and the 19th. Now we're going to finish up with Pisces. We got there, Pisces. Harmonize your dreams with reality. Oh, your empathetic nature is heightened, drawing you to nurture those close to you. With the energy shifting mid-month, take time to ground your creativity and focus on turning your vision into actionable steps. It's a dance between fantasy and practicality. It sounds like you have a lot of goodwill and a lot of service in you that you're wanting to help people. It sounds like you've got a full tank and you're ready to fill other people's tanks. So I'm just so happy with you, Pisces, and I can't wait for the wonderful positive effect you're going to have on this cosmic web that we're all a part of, because every positive thing we do has a ripple effect and it is healing us. So Pisces, you've got good days coming right up right now, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. And your demanding days are the 20th, the 21st, and 22nd. So all I want to tell you on those demanding days is be mindful when your head is in the clouds. It's not realistic what you're trying to accomplish. There'll be definitely things that you're able to accomplish for someone, but don't promise the moon when you can't give the moon. That would be what I would say. On those days, you might feel like you just really want to you're just so full of love and so full of give, and you're feeling so generous, but you're over giving, potentially. All right. I'm on the winter solstice, which puts me on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. Thank you for the reading. You're welcome, Sky. I think I must be on a cuspy thingy too. It's not really my thing, and maybe one day it'll be one of my learning things, like my sign says. My birthday is November 28th, so I'm a Saggy, but I'm in November, so I really should be a Scorpio, I guess, but I'm a Sagittarius. I appreciate you listening, Sky, and thanks for the love. All right, so we're going to put that away. If you're curious about the calendar that I use for those readings, again, the link will be posted on our YouTube channel in the show notes, and you'll be able to just click on that and order your own or ask me, and I can try to get you one in. Calendars are a little tricky right now because they're already being sold out from many suppliers. So I don't want to forget you guys. I have a Dear Claudette letter that arrived today. Yes! I'm so excited! Okay, let me go because I get to do this. I get to put a Dear Claudette banner. I'm going to show the Dear Claudette letters. So for anyone new listening, I open it up to everyone, and I'll say I want to kind of be like a Dear Ann Landers. If there's something on your mind or something you'd like me to talk about, I want you to write a letter, a Dear Claudette letter. You can email it. You could send it through, I have mailboxes outside my store, so if you're local, you can just pop over. I check my mailboxes in the morning when I open up the store, and I check them at night when I go to lock up. So I will be checking, and it could be, Dear Claudette, I'm really struggling, blah, blah, blah. And we'll read it, and we'll talk about it and see what comes to me. And if there's something that you're interested in and you want me to talk about, I can do that too. So it's just like a nice way for us to communicate. So now, because we've done that, I'm just going to hide this, and I'm going to put my email, happythoughtstherapy@gmail.com. That way you can send me an email, and I'm going to grab look at this beautiful handwriting. Love it. Okay, I'm opening it up right here. That makes it fun for all of us, right? Okay, let me go to the comments here because I'm missing that. Good evening, Corey. Good evening. Crazy about the Blue Jays. Oh my gosh. We were in a restaurant, and all the waiters, everybody, nobody was really doing their job. We still had good service, but everything on that last ball game, everything was focused on that. Oh my goodness. So we kind of got to have fun. We got to be a part of a crowd of people all cheering for the Blue Jays. And yeah, it didn't end exactly the way we wanted it to. But anyways, think of you because of Frank. Oh, this is a nice card. It's a thank you card. Oh my goodness. You're going to make me choke up. Life is hard, but you make it easier. Thank you. Your kindness was like a hug to my heart. Aww. Well, it sounds like there's a little bit of personal stuff in here, so I'm going to read some of it, and some of it I will just keep in privacy. Dear Claudette, I'm writing to you for all your help with me this last while. It is helpful to me at this time in my life. Aww. That's the greatest thing a person can tell another person. Thank you, Janice. And thank you to everybody that finds this helpful. I'm just, that's my greatest honor. Right. Okay. Sorry for the blank moments here. I am looking forward to tonight's show when I knit to relax. And I am honored to be part of your relaxing time. Oh, I am not sure where my life is going from here, but I am looking forward to the good things that are to come. That is so important. I'm so glad that you're doing that. No matter what, to think about it in a positive light is so important. I know you're experiencing a lot of things right now. Okay. I am sure going to try my best to make so that it's possible. Aww. I'm hoping that good things are in my future. Yes, they are. They are. I'm going to try and make it so as much as possible. Oh, that's so beautiful, Janice. And I hope that's okay that I said your name. I realize I said it twice now, but I'm being very careful with what I share. I should have opened this up and looked at it. So the card is beautiful. Your kindness was like a hug to my heart. Thank you so much, Janice. Oh, this is so wonderful. This makes me so happy. Thank you for taking it. Like, a letter does so much for someone, right? Like, this listener, Janice, she's just really blessed me with those beautiful words. So, and how she's saying she's going to concentrate on the positive things. I really think that's so important, Janice. I think that you're on the right trajectory. And when, like how I was saying, when you hear a negative in your head, turn it around. Turn it around. And you know, listen to these shows. They help us with positive thoughts, don't they? All right, so I talked about that. Oh, so anyone who's looking for my relaxation hypnotherapy recording, I tried to put it on and I couldn't. I wasn't able to, so it has something to do with computers. So David says that he's going to help me get that going, and I'll let you know once it's up and you can go and listen to it whenever you want. So for now, you'd have to go re-listen to last week's show if you want to listen to that hypnotherapy again. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just looking over my notes because I had so much stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I think we're nearly done. So, running out of time. I think we better get going to these cards, right? So, here we go. Do you remember a simple card can even be so inspirational? It totally is, Corey. When you sent me your little card in the mail with the sticker, I loved it. I loved it. It's just, I think mail is like, people forget how impactful it is to come home after work or in the morning, you go and get your mail and here's this different kind of envelope and you're so excited. You're like, oh my gosh, what is this about? Blue. All right. So Kathy says blue. I know you guys have been thinking about which one you're going to pick. Here's the blue arrow. Here's the red arrow. And there's the pink arrow. So since Kathy just chimed in and said blue, we're going to do the blue. This is a card of grace. So let's read what Grace has to say. Grace is appropriate dignity, a sense of goodwill or fortunate condition, a supply of heavenly honor or spiritual instruction. When you choose this card, know that the right and proper actions are occurring for a higher purpose. Divine order is in action, and what is happening is appropriate. Know that there is a light at the end of this tunnel, Kathy. Take positive action, everyone. Respect the dignity of others by allowing them their right to choose. You are divinely protected and temporarily exempt from harm. A good time to move right through a situation. Wow, I'm getting it safe to make some changes if you've been thinking about that. Divine intervention is at hand, gently guiding you into the right place at the right time. You've won the race. You hold the ace within the grace card. That's so cute. Often when you draw this card, it signifies your need to honor the dignity of others and not try to rescue them. Oh, yeah, that is really true. Sometimes we can get really over-invested in other people and start to really put our opinions in, and it's really not our life. It's not our deal. We've got enough things that we need to look at for ourselves. So call on your angels for spiritual help so that you can love them from a distance and let them navigate their own lives, because it sounds like you've got some big changes coming up. Manifest virtuous projects of divine origin at this most favorable time. And know that you are not alone. The universe supports you. That's beautiful. So that's the grace card. I'm reading out of the universal cards. Isn't that a beautiful angel? It's like a huge, let me see if I can, I'm going to get up here, guys. I want you to see this package comes with like a huge stack of little cards. Look at this. Try shuffling those cards. So, and they're just single words, like 2 or 3 words. I guess I lift that one and that one has 3, but they're very, very simple messages, and they come with this book. And it is created by Juliet Jaffray Hubbs and Nora Monaco. And again, I'm going to put it in the YouTube show notes how to find this, and so you can order your own if that's something you're interested in. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Okay, so I also felt led to put stones in with the cards. So for you, anyone who picked blue, if you have fluorite, I encourage you. I'm feeling led tonight to talk a little bit about crystals. This is going to heighten your intuition. It's going to help you look at things without being so invested in everybody's outcome, because it's really important for you to be unbiased, to not be projecting your thoughts into situations, okay? Just trust the divine is looking after everybody, and they are living their path exactly the way they need to. And the flora will remind you to keep things peaceful, because you got a lot of stuff going on, Grace. Grace card people. Okay, so I don't see another color popping up, but I know there were comments earlier. So I'm just going to jump right in, and let's do the red card, awareness. So this one, the red card, if you pick the red card, we are going to see what awareness means. When you choose this card, pay attention. Be mindful of what is going on around you. Awareness encompasses all planes of consciousness and indicates a need to be watchful for messages symbolically, spiritually, and physically. This card signifies a time to gather knowledge. Find out all you can. Knowledge is power. Get all the facts and don't give your power away. Pay attention to details. Don't overlook the little things. Fast changes often follow complete awareness. This is a time for careful watchfulness. Don't stick your neck in the sand. See things as they really are. Wow. So for those of you who've picked the red, I would say pay attention. You are being told that you are being shown things and you need to be paying attention and you need to be really aware and be quiet, observe, because there are a lot of people who are showing you who they really are, and it's up to you. You could get caught in all of the soup, or you can save yourself a whole lot of pain and heartache, because they're showing you, and it's a slippery, quick slope when everything will just turn upside down for you, and you'll be like, I don't understand why everything went so crazy. Look at your options carefully, not just the obvious ones. Consider the larger picture and long-term effects. Be informed of all that is taking place. There's a lot of stuff happening around you. Then act consciously from a place of knowingness. I don't think you have all of the pieces to your life, all of the commitments and the things that you're engaged in right now. I think that you've been putting a bit of a blinders, like rose-colored glasses, about some of the situations you're in, and you're not looking at them truthfully and being like really brutally honest. I think this is super important for you. When you are present in the moment, awareness sparks new possibilities. There is something that is already there for you, but you're so lost in this other situation and you're willingly overlooking things. Be aware of the power within you to be who you really are. Situations may be pushing you to become more aware of this truth. This is a wake-up call on all levels, personally and globally. Wow. Wow. So, and crazy that I picked pyrite. This is pyrite, you guys. There we go. I know that's not so fun seeing the white stickers that I use, but look at that. So pyrite is all about being grounded. And in order to be grounded, that means that you're not glazing over anything. You are vigilant. You're looking at everything, and every decision you make, every next step you take is based on knowledge and looking straight at the facts. So I really feel like this pyrite protects you from negative energies. Also helps you see through fake facades. People that are portraying themselves to be something when they are not. So be very careful. Be super careful. I know that you're very tired and I know that you're exhausted and you're just like, when can it be my time? But you're in a situation where if you don't act quickly and start really looking at the situation for what it is, you're going to find yourself in a huge bunch of mess. So for the red flag, gosh, I hope you pay attention and I hope you have the courage to maybe not make everybody happy, but you need to be true to yourself and you need to follow that intuition. It's there for a reason, those little gut feelings and those things that you're looking at and going, well, maybe that doesn't really matter. It does fucking matter, especially for you right now. Oh, love and light, B. Okay, here we go. For the pinks, and then I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. I'll play our song to inspire ourselves. So you got tenderness. Oh, well, that fits the pink. That's so funny, right? I picked pink for tenderness, love, and how beautiful, because the stones that I picked for this card, without even knowing what it said, because I love just letting my guides pick it for you. Look at these. These are types of jade. They're just beautiful. It's a blue jade and a white jade. Speaking of jade, that's a different stone. I'm just all enamored. I have this black opal carved dolphin. It's to die for. It's so beautiful. But anyway, let me go to tenderness and let's find out what your card says. When you draw this card, know that you need to give yourself a break. Be sensitive to your needs. Allow the nurturing so you will have the strength to go forward. Wow, this sounds like mirror work. And just loving towards yourself like we were talking about. Do not dissipate your energy so that there is nothing left to give. Learn to love and honor yourself. Be your own best friend. I think for you, if I can just interject as well, this would be a great time like for self-love, like self-care. Remember how we were talking about self-care at the beginning of the show? This is book that massage. Go do something indulgent. Get someone to massage your feet. Go for a pedicure. And don't feel selfish about it. You need it. This is a time to go easy and be gentle. Use careful consideration. A delicate situation may need careful handling. And the only way to do careful handling, you guys, is when your cup is full and you have all this room, all this love. You're not feeling constricted, you're not feeling tight, and you can just embrace and give that other person the space they need to fuck up or do something that is not so delightful, and you have more grace for them. So it says, reach out, stretch your kindness to include all of humanity. Extend beyond to the safe haven within, then look closely at your issues. You are surrounded by a soft energy that can breathe new life into situations. It's beautiful. Gently take charge of your own destiny as something comes to a conclusion. There is a great strength in gentleness. So I feel like this is like being classy about walking away from something that's finished. You can be the bigger person in this situation, even though it's finished and it's ending and it might be hard. You can do it with love. This is not a good time to be critical or judgmental. Look above the trivial details to see the grander picture. Yield to a higher power. Be prepared to see the full extent as something is offered for your consideration. Wow. You may be given the opportunity to repay a kindness. Tend to it without a feeling of obligation and reap the inner rewards tenfold. Wonderful. Well, I think that's beautiful. It looks like you may have something's going to come up where someone who's helped you in the past, you're going to be able to help them. And you're going to do it because it makes you feel good. All right, you guys. 9:09. I gotta wrap it up because there's a time limit on the recordings, and then that way they won't get uploaded if they go too long. So I hope I hit everything. I keep bringing stock in this room to show you new things, and then I run out of time. So just quickly, I just restocked. All the rings are here. I know how much you love the rings. So the stone rings are back. I ordered a lot of them. The magnet rings, the rainbow hematite rings, they're all here. And I loaded up on all the evil eye stuff. So lots of fun stuff. And these would make great gifts. Great stocking gifts. These were like $10 for this necklace. That's an evil eye. And anybody who's seen them just loves them. And they're double-sided, which is really nice. It's nothing special. Like it's just like a golden chain, but it's $10, and I can tell you almost everybody would be happy to get one of those in their stocking or as a gift for a friend. And these bracelets, $5. Now this won't make you cry. They're already flying out the door. They're fun because they're adjustable. So there's like a back to them, and you just cinch up and make them as small as you want. Look, it could fit a little baby. So, hey, I want that one. I guess I'm going to see you. And the code. Everybody's like, Claudette, don't forget the code. I can hear you. I can hear you. So, let me... I need to remove Happy Thoughts, hide that, and I'm going to... So, we always do the code, and I'm going to remove this. And as you can see, it's going along the bottom of the screen. This week's special code is Budget22. This week, I'm going to give everybody 15% off of their store purchase. Anything in the store, you get 15% off if you quote me Budget22. Let's change it up this week. We've been giving out beautiful one-card readings every week, but this coming up week, I'm going to offer 15% off for any purchase you make if you can tell me Budget22. Don't forget your Claudette letters. I love them. I love looking at my little mailbox outside. I love getting a letter in the mail. All of those things. I'm here for you. And let's remember and let's work on ourselves. Be gentle with ourselves. Let's change that ugly messaging that's going on in there. Good night. Good night. I love you. I'm going to turn on the song and I will see you next week. Here we go. Bye.
Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know. Closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.